Greetings everyone, welcome back to Blade Bias. Today we will be talking about my favorite mid-range balisong that I've added to my collection this year. And just like we talked about in the Barracuda video, there have been a ton. The Wing, the Vault Pro, the Baikal, the Barracuda V2. There's just been so many good, the Series V4. There's been so many good mid-range balisongs coming out this year that I kind of had trouble. I was kind of struggled to figure out what I was going to pick over the Barracuda until I started scrolling through my videos and I realized that there were two very specific balisongs that were added to my collection this year, but one of them didn't necessarily release this year. And that one would be the Superfly. While I wouldn't consider the Superfly typically a mid-range option, the fact that it's been consistently available for Kraken Trainer-ish prices, I think it would be impossible to not consider it. It is one of, if not the greatest balisongs at $230 that the hobby has ever seen. I genuinely believe that. A titanium sandwich balisong made by a dude in Canada who creates some of the most unique flipping balisongs, looking at a balisong and going, hey, what if I turn my designs into something a little more standard and released it with truly Grail level specs? And you have the Superfly. And the result really is a titanium balisong that just absolutely holds its own as a flipper, has fun weights to mess around with to truly make it yours, a bottle opener for cool party tricks. And while I don't really think that the standard BB Barfly blades flip amazing on the Superfly, I know I tried Ty. I think Ty has a Talon blade, and I tried his when I went down to Blade Show, and I really didn't like it as much. So a lot of this really does come down to the Barracuda blade, which is noticeably longer than the other Barfly blades. But still, it would be a shame to not at least mention this during my favorite balisongs that I've added to my collection video for the mid-range, because the Superfly, out of everything, I mean, partially because I got it out at the beginning of the year, but if there is anything that has spent the most time next to me on my desk, besides, the balisongs that I typically display here, it would be the Superfly. It's the thing that I'm grabbing when I want to flip when it's quiet, because it's a quiet flipper. It's the thing that I'm grabbing when I just want to chill. It's the thing I'm grabbing when I want to learn stuff. It's genuinely super sick. And it's not my pick of the year, unfortunately, because there is one balisong that I truly did forget about that did release this year and that I added to my collection this year. The LDY Corvus is quite simply one of the most addicting balisongs that I have ever picked up. Specifically, in case you couldn't tell, because I like to fan. I like to fan a lot. Backhand fans, underhand fans, forward fans, reverse fans, choker fans. I love them. I really do. And I wish I was better at them, because there are some people in this community, most notably Cream Soda, who does really cool fan stuff that, is just sick to watch. And I would love to be able to do stuff like that, because I just love to fan. And if there is one balisong that fans unlike anything else I have ever flipped, it's the Corvus. The Corvus feels short. It feels like it has a lot of handle weight when you first take it out of the box, until you realize that it really doesn't. In fact, I would say that the Corvus lacks a little bit of handle weight, and that's what makes it fan so well. Because this blade is still so long and so thick, you can see it gets thicker as it goes up, resulting in a lot of tip weight. That lack of end weight means that there's even more distribution that's being pushed towards the end of the tip, and most importantly, that ever beautiful octagonal structure, which we talked about in the Astra video, which makes this thing feel just round, and it fans unlike anything I have ever seen. When I flip the Corvus, 80% of the time, I'm not even flipping. I'm just fan, choker fan, underhand fan, rollover, whip rollover, fan, choker fan, underhand fan. And this is, I kid you not, this is literally what I will do for hours if I'm flipping the Corvus. Nothing else. That combo right there is the most satisfying of any balisong in my collection on the Corvus. And I just can't stop. Even if it is a live blade, because I don't typically flip live blades a ton when I'm just messing around. But it's like crack to flip and do that fan combo on the Corvus, because it just carries a ridiculous amount of momentum in the fans, and the fact that it's round means that it wants to carry that momentum even more. It just rolls in your hand, and it's just so beautiful. The momentum carry combined with the oh my gosh, my brain just shut down. I'm sorry about that. The momentum combined with the ergonomics in the hand mean that this is a balisong that wants to fan, and I love that. I love balisongs that want to fan. It's my favorite thing ever, and it's all I will ever do when I'm flipping the Corvus. And it has enough grip in other places with all of its kind of lines and stuff, which I really wish made it onto the series before. Unfortunately, it didn't, which just means that it flips really well. The jimping is good. The grip overall is good. I love the color. I would love it more if I had the black blade. Unfortunately, I don't, but the black with the teal, blue, aquamarine, green, whatever color you want to call it. It's actually really similar to Triptychon's windows over here. But I just adore it. The Corvus is a balisong that I really do miss. I really do wish it wasn't a limited time thing, because it would have probably been my recommendation. Although, I guess it's tough to recommend a balisong that does one thing really well, and that's all you kind of want to do when you flip it. Because realistically, it doesn't 0G the best, because again, it's missing a little bit of that handle weight. So I guess it would make for a difficult, like, universal recommendation. But damn if this thing is not fun to flip. And when I do, I just get kind of entranced by it for a while, longer than I really should. Kind of like why this video is going on with me rambling so much, because I just want to fan it. That's all I want to do. It's just fun to fan. So to not give this thing one of my favorite spots in my collection that I've added to this year would be a crime. But the Superfly is still amazing, and I think in every other way the Superfly would definitely win. The Corvus is just too fun to fan. So that concludes day 5. Day 6 is coming up, and then we will talk about my balisong of the year, essentially. And I'm pretty excited for it. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you are doing well. I think when this video comes out, it is Christmas Eve. So hopefully you're getting festive, maybe with your family. Maybe you're home from school. Hopefully you're home from school on the 23rd. And hopefully all of your tests and stuff went well. Hopefully you're home from work. Yeah. Hopefully you don't have to work. But if you do, sorry about that. Anyway, I don't know why I'm rambling anymore. I'm not even holding the Corvus. I'll see you guys in day 6. Later.